If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, how many options should you give your buyer and why does this matter? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live for HVAC Technician and Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. So here's the thing. You are going to sit down with your client. You're going to explain to them everything that's going on. You're going to do the right thing for them. You're going to give a presentation. You're going to create some offers. Now, there is a lot of confusion around this in the world of sales. And I like to quote my good friend, Dr. Kevin Hogan, because I've spent a lot of time hanging out with the man. And I don't know, memorized 99% of his material. So there's some studies behind this. So some people, I'm going to say some people, will say come up with as many options as possible. Come up with as many options as possible. And there's a problem with that. When you come up with too many problems, people get analysis paralysis. They can't make a decision. They get stuck in what they could or could not do. And at the end of the day, you end up with, I want to think about it. Now, if you are truly a professional and you have the right attitude for the person you're meeting with and you have their best interest at heart, why in the world would you give them every opportunity possible? Why in the world would you give them 20 opportunities, 15 opportunities, 10 opportunities to make a decision, right? Doesn't that mean that you don't know what you're doing? And so I sat in on a presentation, I don't know, a couple of years ago from a dude, just say dude. And his whole thing was give 100 opportunities or presentations if you need it. I'm like, all right, I know what happens mathematically from 3 to 2 to 1 different decision-making opportunities. And I'm just going to go with the science. I'm going to go with what has been taught in psychology, that at the end of the day, the most amount of options you want to give somebody is 3. Only 3 options. And there's some caveats to that, but first, you should join HVACtechnical.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel, which means extra coaching, extra training, private coaching, private training for the people, that's you, to go to and learn from. So here is what you need to know. I'm going to go with ads, okay? I'm going to go with ads. Almost every time you look at a mainline retailer, they have 3 ads. Big screen TV, big screen TV, big screen TV. Okay. Now, when you have 3 prices, and I'm not saying to do this, but it is psychology. You have your decoy price, which is your $12,000 TV. You have the price that everybody wants to buy, which is the $2,000 TV. And you have the anchor point that nobody wants to buy, which is going to be $700. Okay. They don't do 4 options. They don't do 5 options. They don't do 10 options. They do 3. The number shall be 3, right? So when you take a look and you list out that you have 3 options, the person has a pivot point on one end and on the other to compare to. Now, when you go to 4 options, you're making somebody's decision tougher. So let's just say I'm meeting with you and you, hey, Scott, is there another option that would work well for us besides the 3 that you gave us? I would say, you know what? I'm willing to figure that out. Let's cross one of these off. Which one just absolutely doesn't make sense to you? And they may go, I'm not going to buy the low end one. Okay, great. We are going to put a big X in it. I'm going to hand them the pen. Let me find my pen. Got my pen. I'm going to hand them the pen and I'm going to have them cross it off. I'm not going to do it myself. I'm going to have them do it. And there's a reason for it. Psychologically, they've decided they don't want that one. So now I'm going to go, okay, the 4th option that I'm going to give them is now really the 3rd. The 4th option that I gave them, 3. And they may go, hey, Scott, I really don't want to go back with that option, right? We went too far. Maybe let's take a look at the cheap option. I'm going to go, great. I'm going to rewrite everything. And I'm going to get rid of the piece of paper that's got the X through it. And then I'm going to bring up the 3 that we went through and like, okay, which one of these doesn't make sense? I don't want the middle option now. So now we're at the bottom option and the top option. Which one doesn't make sense? Why don't you like it? Get them to talk. Get them to explain it out, okay? Because here's what happens, is it may not hurt you at the table, and they may make a decision. But once you leave, you've invoked, hey, there's too much uncertainty. There should be certainty with their decision when they make it. And if you invoke uncertainty, you're going to get a cancellation. And, here's the thing. I've made this mistake. Here is what's going on. Which one doesn't make sense? We're going to cross one of these off. And so you start going down the path of 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 options. You've created a lot of struggles for yourself. People just can't decide. 3. Give people 3 options. You have a better chance of helping them close a deal. A lot of times when you go to really good websites that know what they're doing, they don't have the opportunity for you to compare 45 prices. They'll say compare up to 3 prices or 3 products. And they do this on purpose because they know the second that we go to number 4, there's less of a chance of somebody making a decision. Less of a chance, significantly. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update. 2, you can hit follow if this is social media. 3, you can share this video with a friend. Just want to let you know I appreciate you. Thanks for watching.